What is going on, guys? How y'all doing? This is the Call with the Man 1993, and I'm back up here again as we're now reviewing Smackdown. I believe this is the first time in I don't know how long that I've literally gone up here and gone live as soon as the show ends. With my crazy schedule one of these days, I somehow just squeeze it in there with everything else going on. Um, I'm probably not going to be able to review Survivor Series tonight. I mean, the graphics are ready. I just have some plans to possibly video chat some family afterwards. And so I think I'm going to save the Survivor Series preview and predictions for tomorrow. As soon as I'm ready to do so, I will go ahead and do them, which will be tomorrow. So that will be the case then. So let's talk about SmackDown tonight. Very lackluster show. Not that great of a go-home show, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to be real. I thought Raw had some more intriguing things than SmackDown. There's only one thing that I cared about on SmackDown tonight that I thought was good. Even though the point of it was stupid, the contract signing. That contract signing, just that promo in general, that Roman Reigns cut was just spot on great. Rest of the show, I mean, the main event match was good, but wasn't really much of anything. Didn't really tease much for Survivor Series. I mean, even the remaining qualifiers just got thrown together. Like, okay, we pick you. Yet, once again, don't forget, Adam Pearce was running both shows. One show, he made people qualify. Another show, he didn't make people qualify. Or he gave way too many opportunities to, such as the boat. He gave her way too many opportunities. And, Otis, Bayley, just got thrown in there just because. And it wasn't really much of a Survivor Series go-home show. There was never any invasions. Yeah, some people from Raw show up on the show. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm here. We're going to kick your butts. See you Sunday. That's all it basically was. Well, the Roman Reigns promo, though, again, was good. Even though, again, what was the point of making that a contract signing if there was literally, there's nothing on the line besides bragging rights at that show. So, yeah, wasn't too impressed with SmackDown this week. That was kind of lackluster. But let's roll into it and talk about the show real quick here. So, I'll be honest, I actually missed the opening segment. I didn't get to watch it because, well, I was finishing up my my NXT review, and then I went remote hunting. I could not find the remote for my TV. So, yeah, I missed the opening segment, but apparently it starts up with the Street Profits. And then they get a visit from the big Undertaker, whatever the heck they want to call it. So I guess the Undertaker warned not to take the New Day lightly, in which basically it's revealed that it's Big E, basically, dressed as the Undertaker. And then New Day come out. He says that they are actually here. So they come out and they talk about why they came to SmackDown this week and to basically hype up the show. They address the Street Profits, telling them they're right to want the smoke, only the smoke, because they don't want this fire. Then they awkwardly segues into Undertaker talk, and then Kofi doesn't get what Xavier's putting down. They do a lot of things to tribute to the Undertaker. But then out comes Sami Zayn, upset about the Undertaker being allowed to ride off into the sunset like a coward, calls out Lashley. He's going to show the world how the IC title is better than the US title. He's not here to hurt New Day. He just wants to give them a chance to do the right thing and talk about Sami instead of Taker. Woods and Kingston agree, and they say something nice. Then they say he looks like a recently divorced dad who just made a down payment on a studio apartment, which was harsh. Because, again, Sami Zayn won't get a freaking haircut. And then King Corbin comes out, complains about whatever just because he's a cheap-ass heel. Then out comes Ziggler and Rude. They come out and they say how they should be tag champions right now. And then Corbin and Zayn chat about how they'd be better at winning the tag titles. And then at first, the New Day suggests a random match between Corbin and Zayn taking on Ziggler and Rude. The winner gets a tag title shot later tonight. But no, that didn't happen, as Ziggler and Roode attack the New Day, but the Street Profits make the save. And it sets up to this random-ass 8-man tag match. New Day and the Street Profits taking on Corbin, Ziggler, Roode, and Sami Zayn. This match was basically just a way for the Street Profits and the New Day go back and forth and one-up each other and just show themselves off to each other. That's all it was, and the Street Profits win with a cash out on Sami Zayn. Of course, Sami Zayn only got like 10 seconds in this match. The moment he got tagged there, he got squashed like a joke, which ticked me off because, again, you actually were doing something better with Sami Zayn by having Sami Zayn, win with these like sneaky tactics. Honestly, I'm just saying, if they were going to have Sami Zayn beat Bobby Lashley with a sneaky tactic on Sunday like he did to win the retain against Apollo Crews, or even to win the IC title back at Clash of Champions, I'd be all for that, except the fact that I don't believe they're going to do that. I think they're going to make Sami Zayn look squashed, look like a joke, and get his mouth shut by Bobby Lashley on Sunday. But of course, that only saved. That was a little bit of like a pre-appetizer with a snippet for my Survivor Series preview and predictions. That's all it was. So we're getting ready for an interview with Daniel Bryan, who was about to be interviewed when Sami Zayn rolled up and starts yelling at the referee, and Bryan thinking this is funny as Bryan pulls up his mask before he shoves Sami to the ground, and then Sami's like, "You're lucky that I have a match on Sunday. If not, I would fight back." Bryan turns around, tells the interviewer that he believes in social distancing as much as possible. Just some weird comedy shit, I'm sure, that Vince just threw in there. But then he's interviewed, and he refers back. He has a match in the main event against Jey Uso later on tonight. So he refers back to the interview Jey had explaining his actions when Jey said it was nothing personal. He gets it. Everyone has an angel and a devil on his shoulders. But the question is, who do you think is talking to him right now? Jey is the one that needs to be concerned. And if he's listening, don't worry, Jey. It's nothing personal. Obviously, Bryan's looking to get his revenge on Jey Uso for what he did to him a few weeks ago. And then Adam Pearce hypes up. And so you tell him, instead of having a qualifying match, he basically says, "Yeah, by the way, you're on Team SmackDown." And it was Otis. And then, of course, Chad Gable's there, and apparently, because Chad Gable apparently is new, hype man or whatnot. They're a team now. Intrigues me a little bit, but we'll see if they actually do anything with it. So yeah, Otis out of the blue gets added to Team SmackDown. Whatever. Cool, fine, whatever. And then Pierce turns around and it's Natalya, who's mad like, "I need to be on the women's team." So he says there's one spot left to pick. He had to pick Bayley for the 4th spot, and then Natty gets yet another match against Tamina and squashes her. Natalya had 3 opportunities to be on Team SmackDown. Why did she get 3? She did nothing but whine and complain each one, so that's supposed to be taken more seriously. Nope. So Natty won, and afterwards the rest of the SmackDown team just comes out and just stands like, "Yep, this is us." And I'm like, whatever. Only one person really matters to me, and that's... Well, okay, I'm glad it's like, Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan get onto it. Bayley, fine. Natalya, don't care. Bianca, though, she's still my pick. Bianca Belair is still the sole survivor pick to me, and she needs this. She needs this, I think, for sure. Of course, we also have a commercial where Seth Rollins cuts a promo, and he takes credit for Buddy Murphy's career. And he's going to teach Murphy one final lesson, send it back to where he was before Seth Rollins picked him up, and that is absolutely nothing. And then we have the contract signing. We have Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre come out. And of course, Roman Reigns sat at the head of the table because he claims he is the head of the table. Adam Pearce was there to watch over. He says, all I need you guys to do is to sign the contract. And then there was no microphones used, but you could hear what they said the entire time. Roman was telling Drew that he knew he was going to win the title back because he's been in his shoes and learned all the lessons. He's the right guy in the right place at the wrong time, as a certain wise man told him that a few years ago, which he's referring to Paul Heyman when Roman first feuded with Brock. McIntyre says he's not going to flip the table, he's not going to waste time talking, he's going to get straight to the point. He won the title for himself, and it's just here to sign the contract and make the match official. Then, of course, Roman goes to sign it, but of course Drew just says, please, just so you know, underestimate me and enjoy these last days of peace to prepare for war. And then Roman goes to sign the contract, and then decides to lecture Drew. He tells him it's him that gives the advice, and he's going to sit McIntyre down under his learning tree for one last lesson. He's not going to like or understand the brutal truth, but one day he will. He's a secondary champion. Roman, on the other hand, though, is the champion, the face of the company, your tribal chief, the head of the table. And years from now, McIntyre will get his chance to be the man, and when he does, he's going to look back on those nights and thank Roman. He signs a contract, and he tells Drew, you'll always be my favorite number 2. That was a rhyme that I needed to make, but dang, he just trashed it. He literally, in this promo, was telling Drew McIntyre that, when I wasn't here, you were asked to be the man just because. You were basically asked to be me just because. And Roman says, now that I'm back, I'm taking my place back at the top. And, yeah, he came across as a big douche. The big oos was the big douche tonight in this promo. Ah, my goodness, again, this how good this man is. As a heel, love it. And even though, again, this is a bragging rights thing, interested to see what happens in this champion versus champion match. And I think is most likely going to main event the show on Sunday. That's just my opinion. I think it's going to main event the show. As far as going to win it, we'll talk about it in my predictions. Alright, gosh. Oh, gosh. So then we get a match I actually was looking forward to until I saw the graphic. And I saw that Aaliyah Mysterio was going to be coming out to be in Murphy's corner. Seriously, what's the point of Aaliyah Mysterio even still being there? So, Buddy Murphy's going to continue on his singles career and just be known as Aaliyah Mysterio's boyfriend. That's all Buddy Murphy is now. He is Aaliyah Mysterio's boyfriend. Yet her father looks like hurt his reputation, and Dominic, her own brother, the true wrestler, the true new star to be built out of this feud, now looks like an absolute joke. When I had this match, for the first part of it, Seth Rollins was just owning Murphy. He was owning Ray. He was owning Dominic, making them all look like idiots. And then eventually, he hits a curb stomp on Murphy, but Murphy got his foot on the ropes, and he goes for another one. But then Murphy wakes up and hits a knee strike, and then Rollins goes for another one. Murphy misses, hits a second knee strike, and hits a Murphy's Law, and he wins the match. Which should have happened, yes. But how it happened, no. No, it was so, once again, centered around a freaking 19-year-old actress. Again, WWE is not the career for you to be starting your acting career, and I'm sorry. She is not that good. And when the story was supposed to just make Dominic Mysterio a star, instead, it's focused on making Aaliyah Mysterio Vince's next big thing, if you know what I mean. It just took away from the match. Just my opinion. Then we had a segment with Sasha Banks and Asuka. All this segment had to have been was just Sasha Banks saying she had something to prove against Asuka, obviously, since the last time these two faced each other was when Bayley was in the picture and over Sasha's shoulder. But instead, it was just like, I can't understand you, I'm the boss. I can't understand you, I'm the boss. And it was dumb, and then, of course, Carmella attacked again. And, yeah, just literally took away from the whole segment, made it feel pointless. Yeah, and it's just not gonna, be anything special. I'm sorry, it's not. And in the main event, Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso. Fun match, pretty good. Obviously, both these guys came out swinging. Jey Uso came out very aggressive. Obviously he's doing the bidding for Roman Reigns, but Bryan obviously wanted his revenge. I thought him and Jey had a pretty good match. Eventually, Bryan gets the win with a roll-up. Bryan wins. Guess that means that we're going to get Bryan and Reigns feuding at TLC. Cool by me. That's the show. No hype at all for the men's Survivor Series team. The women just kind of stood there like, okay, we're a team, cool, whatever. And just no hype. Nothing that exciting. I mean, other than that contract signing, just nothing. The show felt pointless, and again, it felt like absolutely, positively nothing. So as far as grades, let me see what we got here. 9 votes on this show. 22.2% said A, 44.4% said B, 11.1% said C, 22.2% said D or lower. I gave the show a C minus. C minus. Sorry. Really didn't care. Thought it was a very lackluster show. Only thing I thought was really good was the contract signing. Even though, once again, it's a bragging rights contract sign, pretty much. Tyler just says his usuals. And do you think Orton will get involved in a dream match at Survivor Series? We'll talk about that in my preview and predictions. Let's see what I see happening with the show. So yeah, that's probably gonna be tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna be playing, Among Us with some family, and I'm tired as well, guys. It's been a busy week, holiday rush, all that, working overtime, so I'm beat. So I will do my Survivor Series preview and predictions tomorrow. But yep, that's gonna do it, guys. Again, C minus for SmackDown. What are your thoughts on this show? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. Slap a like on the video, subscribe to my channels, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. Until then, guys, I'm checking out. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody.
No escape.